No one noticed the black valet at first. That's the thing about people like him. You only see the uniform, never the man inside it. He stood near the marble entrance of the Grand Crescent Hotel, keys jingling softly in his hand, posture straight, eyes alert. His name was Isaiah Brooks, and for 3 years, he'd opened doors for people who barely looked at him: billionaires, celebrities, politicians, and people who liked pretending they were all three. That night, the rain fell hard, tapping against the gold-trimmed windows like impatient fingers. A black Rolls-Royce pulled up, engine humming low. Isaiah stepped forward, did exactly what he was trained to do, and reached for the door. That's when the shouting started. "Hey, what do you think you're doing?" The voice sliced through the air. Isaiah froze. A white man in a tailored coat stormed toward him, face twisted with irritation. Behind him, 2 hotel security guards straightened, already alert. "That's my car," the man snapped. "And I don't remember giving you permission to touch it." Isaiah blinked. Once, calm, controlled, professional. "Sir," he said evenly, "I'm the valet on duty. I was just—" "Don't talk back," the man cut in. "I've seen people like you before. It's always pretending you belong." The words landed heavy. Guests slowed their steps. Some stared openly. Others pretended not to see anything at all. Phones hovered, undecided record or walk away. Isaiah slowly withdrew his hand. "I apologize if there's been a misunderstanding," he said. "If you'd like, I can call my supervisor." But the man wasn't interested in solutions. He turned sharply to security. "Why is he even standing here? Get him away from my car." One of the guards hesitated. The other didn't. "Sir," the second guard said to Isaiah, "step back from the vehicle." Isaiah's jaw tightened, but he complied. Still, it wasn't enough. "This is a 5-star hotel," the man scoffed loudly. "Not a street corner. I don't feel safe." That word's safe. The first guard finally moved. He placed a firm hand on Isaiah's shoulder. "Come with us." A murmur rippled through the lobby. Isaiah felt heat rise in his chest, not anger. Not yet, but something heavier, something older. The kind of feeling passed down without words. "I didn't do anything wrong," he said quietly. "Sir, don't make this difficult." The guards began escorting him away past guests, past chandeliers, past the very doors he'd held open for others countless times. And that's when no one noticed the man standing on the upper balcony. An older black gentleman, silver hair, perfectly tailored suit. He had watched the entire exchange in silence, and as Isaiah was dragged toward the side exit, the man finally moved. Slowly, deliberately, with a look that said, they have no idea who they just touched. The side doors of the Grand Crescent Hotel swung open, letting the rain and cold rush in like an uninvited guest. Isaiah's shoes hit the slick stone pavement outside. "Wait here," one of the guards said sharply. "We'll deal with this." Deal with this. Isaiah stood under the narrow awning, rain misting his uniform, hands clenched at his sides. His heart pounded not with fear, but with the humiliation of being paraded out like a problem that needed removing. Inside, the lobby buzzed. Can you believe that? People get way too comfortable these days. I mean, if he didn't do anything, why'd they remove him? Whispers. Always whispers. The man with the Rolls-Royce smoothed his coat, clearly satisfied. He leaned against the front desk like a hero who'd just saved the day. "That's better," he said loudly. "Now I can enjoy my stay." That's when the elevator doors chimed. Ding. Conversations died, mid-sentence. An older black man stepped out. His presence wasn't loud, but it was undeniable. His suit was custom-fitted, the kind you don't buy off a rack. His watch caught the chandelier light for just a second, enough for those who knew to recognize it. The general manager, Olivia Grant, stiffened, her face drained of color. "Oh, Mr. Brooks," she said, rushing forward. "I didn't realize you were in the building tonight, Mr. Brooks." The name landed, the valet's last name. The man with the Rolls-Royce frowned. "And you are?" The older man's eyes never left the doors where Isaiah had been taken. "Isaiah," he said calmly, "is my grandson." A sharp intake of breath moved through the room. The guards exchanged glances. Olivia swallowed. "Sir, I assure you, we were just handling a situation?" Mr. Brooks finished for her. His voice never rose. That somehow made it worse. Yes, I watched. He turned slowly, scanning the room. Every eye locked on him now. I watched a young man do his job, he continued, and I watched him be humiliated for it. The man with the Rolls-Royce scoffed. Listen, if he's your grandson, then maybe you should teach him not to touch things he can't afford. Silence. So deep it felt dangerous. Mr. Brooks finally looked at him and smiled. Son, he said gently, that car you drove in on? The man lifted his chin. Yes, I financed the entire dealership. A nervous laugh escaped someone near the elevators. It died instantly. Mr. Brooks took one step forward. In this hotel, he added, glancing up at the chandeliers, exists because I signed a check when no bank would. Olivia's voice trembled. He's the majority owner. The words hit like a dropped plate. The guards went pale. The man with the Rolls-Royce stepped back. This is a misunderstanding. Mr. Brooks didn't respond. Instead, he turned to the head of security. Bring my grandson back inside, he said. Now, the door swung open again. Isaiah stepped in, rain on his shoulders, confusion on his face. And for the first time that night, every person in the lobby stood perfectly still because they knew. Whatever happened next would change everything. Isaiah stood just inside the lobby, rainwater dripping onto the marble floor. He felt every eye on him now, the same eyes that had looked away minutes earlier. Mr. Brooks walked toward him, not as an owner, not as a billionaire, as a grandfather. He straightened Isaiah's collar with steady hands. You okay? He asked softly. Isaiah nodded, though his throat tightened. Yes, sir. Mr. Brooks turned back to the room. Everyone here saw what happened, he said. Many of you said nothing. No one moved. He looked at the two security guards. He followed an accusation instead of the truth. One guard lowered his head. The other stammered, We were just trying to keep guests comfortable. Mr. Brooks raised an eyebrow. Comfort for some should never come at the cost of dignity for others. He turned to Olivia, the general manager. Effective immediately, he said. Those guards are suspended pending review. And you, he gestured to the man with the Rolls-Royce, will not be staying here tonight. What? The man snapped. You can't just throw me out. Mr. Brooks smiled politely. I can, and I am. Security knew. Security stepped forward, but I'm a paying customer. And he, Mr. Brooks said, placing a hand on Isaiah's shoulder, is family. The man's face burned red as he was escorted out, this time past cameras, past whispers, past judgment. Mr. Brooks waited until the doors closed. You don't open doors because you're small, he said. You do it because you're strong enough to stand when others don't. Isaiah felt his chest tighten. Years of swallowed moments pressed against his ribs. The guests began to clap. Not loudly at first, then stronger, then everyone. Mr. Brooks raised a hand, stopping them. Applause is easy, he said. Change is harder. He faced the staff. From this day forward, training will reflect respect, not appearances. He looked at Isaiah one last time, and tomorrow, he added, you start in management, if you want it. Isaiah blinked. Yes, he said. I want it. The grandfather nodded. Good. As the crowd slowly dispersed, a woman near the door whispered, I almost didn't believe him. Isaiah heard it. And for the first time, he didn't need to respond, because the truth had already spoken. They tried to remove a black valet for not belonging and learned too late. He was always exactly where he should be.